Yeah, I didn't read the is. Good enough for amateurs was all I was reading. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today, I hope I'm not jinxing myself, but I want to talk to you about the lights in this garage. I'm guessing around 10 years ago. If I can go far enough back on my Amazon orders to find out when I ordered these, I'll let you know exactly. But I'd say at least 10 years ago, before I started the YouTube channel, this garage had there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 12 4-foot fluorescent lights in this garage, okay? And they were just getting dull. You couldn't hardly see in here anymore. And I thought, I'm gonna upgrade to LED bulbs. So I get on the Amazon and I start looking for bulbs, and I find, gosh, seemed like it was a 18 pack of 4-foot bulbs that would go in my fixtures. And they were like cheap. It seemed like it was like $3 or $4 per bulb. And I'm like, there's no way on earth that those things are gonna hold up. But I ordered them. Here's some of them right here. I just pulled these out of my outdoor wood stove. These go this is a fixture right above the door on the stove, and then they had got so covered with smoke and dust and creosote that there was no light coming out of these any longer. So I came up and cleaned them, and man, they cleaned up awesome. I mean, that gives you an idea, sorta. I mean, they were just totally black. You couldn't even see out of them. So this is gonna be awesome. But yeah, they've got a plastic cover, lens, whatever. And like I say, I replaced these lights in these, took the fluorescents out and put these in a long time ago, and they are still holding up. I don't have any extras. I ordered just enough to do what I did. Had two 4-foot fluorescent fixtures in my house, converted all these. Now, one thing that I did, the instructions with the bulbs said that you could either leave the ballast in the fixture or take it out. Well, these are 110 volt lights. So I'm like, yeah, I'm taking that out. Because the ballast, all it's gonna do is consume more electricity and make more heat. So I did. Now, if you're thinking about doing this, as long as you get 110 volt lights, take the ballast out of those fluorescent lights. Just all you do is cut your wires off and swing. When you cut your ballast out, you swing your wires around. You hook them up to your incoming power. Boom, you got a fixture without a ballast. It's now LED, and I think they're awesome. They are directional. They only shine one way. They only shine that way. They don't shine up. But I think they're awesome. Like I say, I hope I haven't jinxed myself, because I've never had one go bad yet. You know how the old fluorescent lights, you have to go up and twist them every now and then because they lose contact and all that? I haven't even had to do that. So I'm really jinxing myself now, I'm afraid. Got one other thing I want to show you real quick, and we may go over and work on the truck for a little bit. I thought this was funny. I got a new Northern Tools catalog just in the last couple days, and I hadn't really looked at it, and I picked it up this morning, and I'm like, good enough for amateurs. Oh, I get it now. I didn't. Good enough is for amateurs. So they mean their stuff is better than good enough for amateurs. So they're saying their tools are pro grade. Okay. My bad. I thought good enough is for amateurs. What kind of slogan is that? I am an idiot. Let's go over here. Might work on the truck a little bit. I need to tear in that steering column. If you're new to this channel, I've been working on a 1976 Chevrolet pickup. Done a lot of work to it. Go look at the other videos if you want to see that. I need to take that steering column apart and see if I can get that steering wheel clocked right direction. I might go to YouTube University real quick first and see if there's any useful videos on there on how to get the steering wheel clocked the right way. Because when I put it back together, it looked to me like there was one piece in there that would only go one way, so you couldn't turn it. You know, I need to turn the steering wheel about 90 degrees, but that one piece that goes in there, I didn't see where you could change positions. It's got some missing splines, and I think it only goes one way. So might turn into that. Let's yeah, probably gonna tear into that. We'll see you over there. As y'all saw in the last video, I got my bracket on to put my rear view mirror on. So we'll put that on today, real quick. Oof. Ta-da! Awesome. All right, now let's see here. Oh, you know what? Well, yeah, it's off. It's off almost 180 degrees. I just want to pop this back apart just to see if I'm wrong about the position of that one piece. Because Lord knows I've been wrong before. I unhooked the battery so it didn't keep blowing the horn. Since I got the horn button working, which is pretty nice. It wasn't bad, it was just dirty contacts in here. That battery just died. Let me go get a battery. Did get the nut off first though. How many lights did I say was in the old part of the garage? I don't know. I just counted them. There's 17 of them. Gotta get this spring plate out of here. Somebody spilled something on this steering wheel. I tell you what, I cleaned and cleaned and cleaned on that steering wheel, and I got 90% of it out. But I tell you what, there's a lot of that in there. I don't know what it was. It's like molasses or something. It was thick and gooey, nasty, extremely hard to clean. I even took his steering wheel down to the house and soaked it in hot water with Dawn dishwashing soap and stuff in it, and it still, I ended up scraping more out with my knife than I actually cleaned out. I don't know what on earth somebody spilled on this steering wheel, but it's nasty. Pop that steering wheel off real quick with the steering wheel puller. That's all there is to that. Let's get, now this piece here has a snap ring on it. I kind of bought a tool and made a tool to compress this with. Let me go We'll probably get that. We'd probably get it apart without that. But you have to have it. I think you have to have it to go back. You know what? Probably be easier just to do that with a tool. Hang on. I bought this tool. It's for compressing this spring plate, and it came with 2 adapters. It's supposed to screw on the steering column. Neither adapter was even close. So I ended up kind of making it work for me. Put the nut, steering column nut, in here, and just thread this thing on like so. Instead of using this adapter, just use the nut. Should be plenty. Comes with 2 different brackets. And it's supposed to fit this truck, but it didn't. Yeah, that's all. It don't take a lot to compress it, but man, I can't imagine trying to do that by yourself, by hand. I might have to get a pick too. Get that little C-clip off of there. It'll come out so easy the wrong way. I can get it. Alright, let me struggle with this for a little bit. Or a lot of bit. I'll be right back. Alright, I finally got it. I told you it wasn't going to beat me. So we can get this stuff out of the way now. There's lots of good videos, way better videos than mine, on how to do this. Matter of fact, I just went and watched one to see if the guy had any tricks on how to get that stupid clip out there, and he did not. Didn't have anything that I didn't have. And I'll see if I can get my nut back off. This would be a lot easier if my tool would have went on the threads on that steering column, but yeah, it's not the way things go sometimes. Finish getting that clip off. There's that stupid little wire clip. What a pain in the tuchus. Now this finish is coming off. And then our contactor for our horn. See, this was the part that looked to me like it would only go one way. And I believe that is correct, because there's some missing splines, because it goes on these big splines, and I believe there's only one way that thing can go. Yeah, there's a missing spline there, so yeah, this thing can only go one way. Well, that's kind of silly. Well, now I don't know how to clock the steering wheel, because this thing will only go one way. Because this has to go through there. So you've only got a small slot that it will, you can change it, and then there's a hole in the back of the steering wheel that this goes in. So you're limited by how this goes in. And it can only go one way. Okay. Well, I got to figure out how to clock the steering wheel. So I'm going to go back to YouTube University real quick, see what I can find. Okay, well, this has been a huge waste of time. I went to YouTube University, and so far that's no help. So much misinformation on YouTube. It's incredible. But yeah, there's nothing I can do here. There's only one way it can go back together. So I tried adjusting the drag link in a previous video. That don't work because I couldn't steer one direction. Once I straightened the steering wheel up, I could barely turn, I think, to the right, and the left turned like a champ. So, and most all that stuff, even the steering column and everything, where it hooks onto the steering box, all has like a missing spline, as far as I know. I mean, I can take it apart down here, not today. We got people coming tonight, so I gotta get home, help Miss Hillbilly. So I might take that spline off the steering column where it goes on the steering box, see if it's ambidextrous. It can go back on any way. Because if it can, that's how I'll have to straighten the steering wheel. So yeah, like I say, that's for another day though. It's nice and oily down in there, so it should come off. There was a huge leak. That hose, pressure hose, was leaking when I bought the truck, so it's nice and oily down in there, so it should come off. So yeah, that's gonna be it on this one. I'm gonna put the steering wheel back together and get ready to go to the house and eat lunch and help Miss Hillbilly. And so this is how not to clock your steering wheel. So yeah, this is the how not to clock your steering wheel video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Some of this stuff's just trial and error, you know. I don't know how this stuff works. I don't know how it would work if I designed and built it, but I did not. So when this truck was built, I was 16. So yeah, y'all have a good day. We will catch you next time, I hope. I hope you come back. I hope you, maybe next time, I might start putting mirrors on this truck. I've been looking at pictures on the internet, trying to figure out where those mirrors go. And I think I got it figured out. So, yeah, as I already said, y'all have a good day. Catch you next time.